look at what's going on in and around the hips and the spine, and I think this side, if I was going to go down to the QL, which we are, is going to be the tighter of the QL, because the ribs look closer to the hips on this side than they do on that side. And the QL pulls the hips up to the ribs and creates a banana appearance, and he's kind of got that on this side. He's in agreement. So this side, I think, is my side that I'm going to work on. Is that so? Your left side, Phil. Is that an issue for you, the left side?
Yeah. Well, I mean, both sides have.
Except like from where I'm sat, I can see it's raised.
I've got bumps on my back.
I'm looking on about there. Sorry, what did you say?
Oh, yeah, just said about the lumps on my back. So, yeah.
This is your flat hand. I think we did this already, and I've got my hand transversely in order to just smooth down the skin, so I can apply a little bit more oils, and then from here on in. Now I could progress further with a cam and spindle, so you know all these techniques, but for me I go onto the elbow. I go with my elbow, styloid process, pulling up the trapezius muscles, over the top, get your positioning right, so shuffle those feet so that you can go all the way down. So Phil's got quite a nice long back. You'll feel me move just off the spinal muscles and push them into the laminar groove in the lumbar spine, and then a nice glide all the way back up. Get yourself set, ready to go. Downward pressure through thoracic spine, come off the side. Takes a little bit of practice coming off the side. Push it into the spine and then come back up again. Feel flinched, so we don't want to go too deep. We can just take it a little bit easier. But you might like that. I haven't checked yet. How does that feel? Is that all right?
Go for it, Rich.
Just like settle in now. Settle in. Nice deep one. At the minute I'm going just short of the ilium. If I want to go over the ilium, where there's some good tightness, again I might adjust. I'm going to lighten my pressure, go around the ilium, and then drop into the hip, and down into the glutes, and then come back. Alright? So you have to negotiate. That's your sacroiliac joint. That's where your sacrum is, and that's where your ilium is, and you've got your posterior iliac spine there. If you massage over that, it's going to kind of hurt. So I have gone around it with my elbow. There it goes, clunk. And then I can apply pressure down into the fleshy bit of the glutes and the hip. In and around there. And then we just work my way from top to bottom. Literally, yeah. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to transition. So I bring myself into a transverse way. And then I bring, applying pressure. So this is what I was talking about. I'm coming out of the valley of the lumbar spine. So here is light pressure. There is more pressure. Lots of pressure down into the trapezius muscles and all the way down through the arm. I come all the way back round, up, over, and down. I think this is a technique. Maybe it's one of my own. But with the free hand, it's good to lean on your client because it saves you so much energy. So you should not really be like holding back. You should just be pretty much resting and leaning on your client. My right hand, I rotate my forearm and pull it down towards the hips. That creates this spread in the skin. If you were like literally down, you'd be able to see like the two coming apart in there. And I've got that hooked in and around the hips. So I'm giving you a bit of a stretch as well as doing the massage and in. So this like routine will use up, you could use up your full hour. I mean, you could do a full hour of back massage. But you've got like a 15 minutes of nice chilled back massage. Once I've gone up, I will then come across. Now you've got to be careful, you never put pressure directly on the spine. But I've got my right arm, my elbow is going quite close to the rectus spinae group. My left arm is gliding from the styloid processes to the opposing side, and I'm going in a diagonal over the scapula, down towards the shoulder, and then my right arm is just moving into the lumbar spine. Come back, reset. The pressure is generated from your body position. So I can't generate pressure on the way back because it requires muscle effort, and I'm not up for that. So all of my pressure is me leaning on Phil.
And is that the sort of speed that you'd normally go for?
It is actually. I'm pretty slow.
Yeah.
Depends on your, like, if I'm trying to chill people out, then you go quite slow. But you could take it into a little bit quicker. So I've done all that transverse work.